Hope y'all are doing all right this morning. It's gonna be an awesome day. I appreciate y'all tuning the channel with us. If you're new, welcome to 323 Fabrication. This is an exciting day for me because it's been a while since we've gotten to do one of these. We're gonna go rescue some junk. And of course it's not really junk. Well, I guess it is. It depends on how you look at stuff. I like crusty, rusty cars, and I love American muscle cars and all that cool stuff. But we've got, well, I mean, y'all have seen the title and seen the picture, so we've got another GTO, but got the Dodge loaded up. I'm fixing to run to my folks' place to pick up my car trailer. They've been using it to haul lumber and stuff like that. But as you can see, got a lawnmower and a weed eater, excuse me, on the back of my truck. Got to go cut this GTO out of the grass. It's like waist high. We've actually bought 2 cars from this lady, awesome lady. These are her late brother's cars, unfortunately. But we're gonna give them a new life. I fully intend to keep the GTO. I'm on the fence about the Buick. I'm excited about both of them. The Buick was a running driving car a few years ago. But anyway, when we get there, I'm gonna show y'all all of that, okay? So hang out with us. I'm fixing to run back in, grab my other cup of coffee. We're gonna run to Mom and them's and pick up my trailer, go get some fuel and some ice and a case of water, because I think the heat index is gonna be like 104 today. But as y'all saw, we built a lean-to, so we're gonna put some of our rust out of the weather so it doesn't rust as fast. But I figured I need to start collecting all these cars that I bought and haven't brought home, so let's go get started. All right, y'all. Time has come. I might have underestimated what it's going to take to get it out, but somebody cut the grass and weeded it, so that's going to make life easier. We got the trailer, got a case of water because it's going to be hot. I'm going to show y'all 2 cars. The first one is really cool and was a nice running driving car, and so they had a bad hurricane come through here a few years ago, and then unfortunately the gentleman that owned these cars got sick after that, and so they've just kind of, gone downhill. But we're gonna give them a new life, and I'm gonna show you all this cool stuff. He's got a lot of awesome stuff out here, and we'll check it out. So I'm gonna turn you around and show you the first one. All right, everybody, this is from what I can tell based off the emblem colors, the 4 holes, and the trim options, this would be a 55 Buick Roadmaster Sedan. It's a really cool car. It's really complete. Needs a back glass. Unfortunately, it's not covered. It's going to have partial floors for sure. But other than that, the car looks pretty solid from what I can see. The place is growed up pretty good. But it's awesome. I opened it up the other day and saw the motor when we were here. The lady that they belong to now, it's her late brother that used to have the cars, and we struck up a conversation because I was driving my Chevy 2 and we were just talking, and that's how we happened to find out about these. But the plan is we'll get this one home, clean it up, try to get it running and driving again, which will be really cool. Try not to get snake bit. I got my safety flops on. I'm probably gonna put boots and socks on here in a few minutes. But unfortunately, like I said, the back glass is out of the car, but the car is really pretty complete. And from what I can tell, it's actually a pretty decent car. That's probably a mid-70s Ford pickup. I believe it's spoken for, but I told her if, they didn't want it, let me know, and, I find it a home. But the hubcaps are in it. I'm sure it's going to have partial floors. The back seat is upstairs in this really cool Quonset hut, and it's actually in good shape. The front seat's pretty well trashed by rodents and all that, but I mean the car's the car's green, right? She said before the hurricane blew this cover off of this, the car had all the paint on it still. So unfortunately, the weather and the elements have not done it any good. But that'd be Hurricane Michael. We're down in Florida, north of Panama City, not too far from Powerhouse Drag Strip, which is North Florida Motorplex now. It's been renamed, bought, and they've done a bunch of improvements. But cool track, awesome car. I'm excited about this one. especially because I think it'll be a cool driver. Depending on how well it runs and cleans up, might just keep it because, you know, it's awesome. And I love Tri-5 General Motors products, or really 55 and 57. I'm not a big 56 fan. Personally, they're more of like a parts car to me. Everybody's got a different opinion, though. Now, 56 Chevrolet taillights and the gas door is killer, but I don't like the front ends on a 56 Chevrolet. So, that being said, check this out. We're going to go show y'all it's actually a late second gen Trans Am, but it's got a 455 early Super Duty front end on it. It's got a big block Chevrolet and all in it. Figured y'all dig this. Walk back here without getting snake bit. Here's a couple of Ford tailgates. I got a buddy looking for one, so I'm going to ask about those. Small block Chevrolet, small block Ford, and there's like 6 or 8 more motors in there that we can't actually see. And they're not covered up, unfortunately, but they're planning on cleaning the place up some more, bringing a tractor and all that. So, told her I'd give her scrap price for all this stuff. Just because I don't know what it is, and most of it's probably not any good. But on the off chance, might have a good intake on it or something. I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm really excited about this Buick. I really dig this car. I hate, it's weathered as much as it has, because it'd be really cool with some more paint on it and some clear coat. But I'm looking forward to getting it running and driving it around. And it's going to be hot today. But let's go show y'all the other one. And I know y'all are going to be like, that's what you need, is another one. So with that hint, you probably know what it is. So let's go see it. Well, not the same body style, but it's a GTO. And I dig this car. Obviously, y'all know I like GTOs. We've got 3.5 of them at the moment. Well, 4.5 of them at the moment. I intend to probably put the 400 and the turbo 400 we were building in this car and drive it. And then, I know, go ahead and send the hate mail. I'm a turbo LS, the 69 that we were building, because I want to go fast, and Pontiac motors cost a lot to build. Let's see if we can see any creatures in here. So this car is rough. It's got a his and her shifter in it, but if I'm not mistaken, this is a 66. And it is fairly complete. No running gear, I don't believe. But it's a cool car. So that's the plan today. We're going to get this one out and get it home. Come back for the Buick. Attempt to get the goat out this way between the lift and the other obstacles. Got it hooked up to the Dodge. I figured y'all would dig this. So we've got the keys to the GTO, right? We got the keys to the 55 Buick, but look what used to be here. Not Susan's van. There was a gold 69 goat. I hate we missed that one. We've got 3.5 of them that body style, 169, half the 69, and 2 68s. But I'm super stoked about it. This car's rough as a cob, but I don't care. What'd you say? Death metal goat, right? Death metal goat. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's definitely so it's one of those things, when you first see something like this, you're so excited that it's a really good car. And then when you come back and see it again, it's not as good as it was the first time. But I don't care. I love it. Why build 2 the same body style when you can build 169 and build a 66 that's just as ratty? Benefit to this one, though, is somebody hasn't cut the quarters off and lapped quarters over it and then added a 1/2 inch of Bondo to make it look right. So, I mean, in a way, it's a better car. I still love it. I don't care. We're gonna put a motor in it and drive it. Put some stop signs on the floor. Well, really just passenger side. We can get away with this side with some duct tape. It's not. Look at that. Man. Got a little tight, so we're gonna go ahead and be safe and do some extra work and pull the back of the car over. It does have one keystone on it, which is cool. I'd like to have a whole set, but I've got one random one at the house. I mean, you know, two's a pair, right? We'll have to do some digging before we leave. There's a bunch of cool stuff here. We're gonna walk around, check it all out, and come back, obviously. Man, I'm so excited. I love this stuff. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I was just talking. Yes, I'm so excited.
You're gonna keep it, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Person to drive the 66 GTO.
Just some
In 40 years.
B-roll.
It's magic. It doesn't even have a motor, and Billy can make it go.
It's Flintstone, isn't it?
That's interesting, a diesel power GTO.
66 goat getting wild. Look at that. Yeah. Flintstone power. You know, full headliner, full interior, complete. You know, place for the family. Ashtray, gotta have your ashtray. Here we go. We're gonna come up onto the concrete pad, hopefully, with this one. There we go. We're on. Not bad. I've been trying to do that in this thing for a hot minute.
Man,
it's not the first 66 I've been in though.
Thank you, sir.
Most unique. Thank you.
Man, I love it. Oh, look at that. So, 15, 20 years, that car is set right here in this spot. It is now fully in daylight, and this was all covered. There was 10 up there. Same thing with the Buick. Like I said, Hurricane Michael just kind of ruined it all, which, looking at what used to be the dealer badge, I believe that's Oklahoma, which means the car's been in salt anyway. Hopefully the frame's solid on it. I'm a little concerned because I think we're dragging both rear tires. I don't know if they're rolling or not.
That one over there is not.
Okay, so the passenger side is definitely not rolling.
The front.
I don't know if that one's rolling or not. It looks like this one might be rolling, so that might be good. But it's out in the daylight. I love it. I can't wait to pressure wash it. That's one of my favorite parts. The time lapse, the pressure washing. You watch the car go from the green stuff to actually seeing what color it is, and when it's wet, it looks like it's still got paint on it. It's so cool. Oh yeah. What I wasn't paying attention to. So, car's been fighting us to go on the trailer, and y'all can see why. We used our trailer as an exhaust remover. You want me to jack the car up, give you a little more slack? Cause that's
Oh, yeah, because then actually I'll just cut it up there.
Okay.
And cut it at the...
All right. Excellent. Let me do that. Let me jack the car up. I have to ask.
What's up?
As a Pontiac man, how do you feel about removing the numbers matching exhaust off of this 66 GTO?
It's the highlight of my life.
Yeah? You're okay with it though?
Oh, I'm so okay with this.
Okay, because some Pontiac people get mad at me for removing stuff that's not numbers matching.
I mean, I'd like to keep this purity too. This might keep me up at night. But I mean,
that can ride.
that's just...
I'll unload it with a forklift, so we'll just, what we did normally is I'll get under the...
Bill Steves.
Hey, can you read the tag on the diff?
Yeah, man.
Just out of curiosity. Since that's the only running gear left in it. Oh, yeah, it's backwards.
Need a flashlight?
Use limited slip.
Oh, we got a safety track. What? 4.5 GTOs, and it's the only one that's got a safety track. That's cool. That's awesome.
Tags.
Awesome. Well, sir, I appreciate the help. I'm sorry you're going to have your weekly shower.
Oh, I'll be all right. It'll be the second one today. We'll be okay.
Oh,
This is fun.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. I am too. I love this stuff. The bumper, you can pull on the bumper. I don't think you can pull on the trunk lid. Woo!
Yeah?
Well, you know.
I don't know.
The car's got a little flex to it.
Wait, relief.
Thanks, man. They did. They did. Yeah, the drums and the shoes and all are one piece now, I'm sure. On the ones that aren't spinning. But the other ones are going to have such a lip and corrosion in them that you'll destroy the drums to get them off. Door close is good. Right? It's kind of surprising. The passenger one's got a good clutch for you. Check it out, y'all. Got some extra stuff. Got a couple Ford tailgates. Got a buddy at work doing a 76 F100. Got that for him. We're gonna get the car home, clean it up. It's full of parts. We'll go through all that later on. We loaded it and I didn't film any of it. And frankly, it's, you know, probably 95 degrees and we're in Florida, which is no different than being in South Alabama because the humidity is probably 100%. I don't know. I'm soaking wet. It's hot. I'm tired. But the car's on there. Unfortunately, it's a little rougher than I was hoping it was, but it's still worth saving, and that's what we're gonna do, is save it. Got it out of the home it's been in for at least 20 years. There is a backstory to the car, and I've got that in an email that I will go over later on. But we got it loaded up. And what we're gonna do now is get out of here, go get some food, and go unload this thing. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time to pressure wash it today or not, but we will soon. That'll be another video, obviously, because that's how we do it. Save it, get it home, unload it, clean it up in another video, go over the plans we have for the car. It's gonna be awesome. Hope y'all are as excited as I am. You know, we need another GTO. This one's just a little cooler than the other ones. Me personally, I'm a shoebox guy. I like this body style of cars, whether it be a Chevelle, a GTO, a Chevy 2. We got it done. Probably couldn't have done it without Billy here, so I want to give him a huge thank you. And I'm gonna show him your tattoo if you don't mind. He's a poncho guy, so we'll have to let y'all see that. But we're gonna get out of here. Burt Reynolds and all. That's awesome. Thanks, man.
Pleasure.
I appreciate it. And
I'll be here.
yeah, we're gonna come back and get the Buick. And Billy had a great idea. It was running 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. So
It supposedly pulled in.
we're gonna
Pull out. It'll run.
We're gonna bring back the necessary stuff. We're gonna bring the trailer because I'm not driving it all the way home. I'm not that hardcore, but if we could drive it out of the place it's in and drive it out here on the road and make a lap down the dirt road or something, I mean, that'd be good enough for me. Y'all have a good one. Well, y'all, it's unloaded. It was kind of aggravating to do because I couldn't get the forklift where I needed it to be. And then one of our fork extensions is starting to bend more. But we got the hood off of it. It wasn't actually bolted down, so that was easy enough. There's no motor in it. And that explains why it wouldn't crank earlier when we tried to load it on the trailer. But it's an AC car, which I was already suspicious of from looking inside of it. But it's definitely an AC car now. Power steering, power brakes, air conditioning. It's a 2-door hardtop. If anybody wants to decode it on their own, there's the data plate. But I fully intend on having that information for y'all in the next video when we clean the car. The car is very rough. Rougher than I hoped it was, but clean it up, see what we got. Show y'all a little bit of what's in there, but it's an AC car. The piece out the steering wheel's in the truck. I've got it. It reads 19692 and 2/10, so I'm guessing 119,000 miles. I think it had the fancy radio, maybe. It's got a reverb thing up here. I mean, I have not opened the glove box yet, so we'll get to do that together. The windshield's been leaking for some time because the bottom of the dash is rotted out. It's got a his and hers shifter. The car is rough. It's got bucket seats. Most of the interior's there. Brand new rad, as Dan from DD Speed Shop would say. There's a mirror back there. Door panels aren't, the top's not trash, not too terrible. There's a giant spider. Look at the spider. Holy cow, that thing's big. Maybe he'll go down there and eat that guinea wasp. Go do it. I need to get the picture of the van. It's got one keystone on the other side, which is cool. One of my favorite parts of the car is this 66 Florida tag, which is cool. So we'll get that off and I'll wire brush it and clean it real good, and we'll clear coat it, hang it up. No gas tank. The trailer is covered in rust, but Pontiac air cleaner lids, trim rings, taillight bezels, taillights, taillight bezels, taillights, all kinds of pieces, parts. I think these are 64, 65 grills, 2 sets of headlight bezels, wipers, trim, miscellaneous, some headers. Spare tire thing still up there, which is cool, and that's the, get a little scrub-a-dub on there. There's the factory color, numbers matching original. But one keystone. Open this side up. This side's a little rougher. So there was more floor than that earlier. So it would appear that the box of parts I put in there removed the rest of the floor for us. That makes it easier when we put floor pans in it. If we put floor pans in it. Headliner needs to come out. The roof's sort of okay. It's not fabulous. But it is what it is, right? It is a barn find. Next to the barn find, lean-to find, 66 GTO. Which would have been a 389. This has automatic pedals in it, so I'm assuming it's an automatic car from the factory. There's also not a giant hole in the tunnel for the 4-speed. The core support is trash. The nose is trashed. It's got some rot around the base of the windshield. I don't know, guys. This one's a little rough. But we'll clean it up, see what it looks like, and go from there. And that being said, it is hot, and I need a bath. Oh, up here. I'm up here. And I think I've had enough for the day. So we're going to call it at that. Oh, I got 2 consoles, but I put them inside already because I didn't want them to get wet. One of them's really pretty nice. The other one's mediocre. The hood's not bad except where it's bad, which is down there. But it is a GTO. It's a 242 car. 24217. It's a GTO. We got a set of decent Pontiac rallies. So those are cool. They're decent. They got some rust, but they're gonna be all right. I think Lucas Martin's probably gonna buy that because he needs a tailgate for his Ford pickup, and it's in better shape than that one is. But we'll let him have a pick of it. Yeah, we got some miscellaneous stuff over here. Well, I'll show you all that. This is an exhaust pipe stand for working on a lift, and it's made out of a, you guessed it, Pontiac rally wheel. But I'm wore out. It's probably 5 o'clock-ish, and I've been at it since 5 o'clock this morning. Got down there around 9. It's a 2-hour drive. So I'm gonna call it, y'all. But there you go. Another GTO saved. So that puts us up to 4.5 GTOs. 4 2/3 of a GTO. But we'll get it cleaned up, study it a little more, figure out what the plan is for it. Like always, y'all be blessed.